done a lot of underwater filming or photography, but now that we live on a boat, we are quite literally surrounded by water all the time, which has made us realize we need a new, better underwater camera. But I am most certainly not the expert when it comes to cameras. That would be Jason, so I'll let him give you the scoop. Okay, honey, tell him about our dilemma.
GoPro Hero 3 Black. That's right, I said Hero 3. Sony AS200V action cam. These are the two cameras that we've been using the past couple years, and now 2 years in action camera length is like an infinity, an infinitum of time. That's what she means when she says it's time to upgrade. We've got 4 different cameras here. Ooh, there's a little sticker. 4 different cameras here to test. The first one is the Sony AS50. It's this little guy here. Zeiss lens, steady shot. The SJ Cam HD 1080 has a screen on the back, which makes it different than all the others. Looks kind of like a GoPro. The GoPro Hero 4. Now, at the time I got these cameras, the 5 hadn't come out yet. It hadn't been launched, so that's why we're using the 4. This is the Yi action camera. It's just the standard Yi. It's not the 4K. Again, the 4K isn't out or is unavailable at this time. So this is just the standard action cam from Yi. Those are our 4 cameras. Oh, and the 5th camera, the biggest, baddest camera of all. Actually, Nikki's shooting with it right now. It's the A7 II-R. What I just can't get over is the size, you know, in comparison to a GoPro. So in my head, I'm never going to use this. It's too technical. There's too many mistakes that I can make. Not doing a seal properly, not doing a clasp properly. I think for our needs, I'm just not even going to take this on the test because it's just too much.
Are you a little overwhelmed?
Yeah. I mean, look at this, just amazing. Can you imagine? Like, can you imagine every time? Yeah. I'm sure it's absolutely gorgeous, stunning footage. It's just not easy, and I need easy and affordable because I guarantee I'm gonna break it at some point. So it's not going on the test. Okay, put that away.
Moving along. All right, for the full disclosure and disclaimer, I guess, it's the fact that we did not go out and buy these cameras for this test. What we did was we signed up for the B&H affiliate program and pitched them the idea, said we'd like to do this test, we need to figure out which camera to buy, so please send us these cameras so we can test them. And they said, sure, no problem. So we have them for like 30 days or whatever total, and we get to do our little test and then we send them back. So we don't keep them, we still have to pay full price for whichever one we want. That is how we got these cameras, and that is how we are doing this test. It is so that we can figure out which one we want for ourselves and get the right one. See how Jason's doing over there.
So the goal today is to find out which action camera is the best for our needs for underwater filming and action camera filming.
Underwater.
Underwater and above water. That's what I'm trying to say. Underwater and above water. That is the ultimate goal for this video.
All right, so what's our game plan?
Nikki is gonna pick up a camera. I'm gonna do an audio test. Then I'm gonna put the waterproof case on, do another audio test. We're gonna walk down here. I want to show the red and white because on cheaper sensors, on cheaper cameras, red is a really difficult color to display. I don't know why, it just is. And then I'm going to anchor this to represent a colorful fish and this to represent contrast because of the black and white. I'm going to anchor that down in the water somewhere, and I'm going to basically do the exact same thing for all 4 cameras. Hopefully the lighting will be the same. I'll be very careful to try and do it only when the sun is out. This is gonna take hours. But it's worth it.
All in the name of research.
All in the name of research, exactly. Okay, before we get the show on the road, I am not gonna use my old cameras because you can watch some of our recent videos and see those. Everything's on like the standard wide setting. Also, 30 frames per second. And I'll be using this little floating selfie stick for movement So they're all very much the same, and we can see the stabilization underwater and above water. So everything, this is like my control neutral. Yeah, I think that's it. Shall we? This is the audio for the Sony Action Cam. This is the audio for the SJ Cam. This is the audio for the GoPro Hero 4. This is the audio for the Yi Action Camera. This is the audio test for the Sony Action Cam with the case on. This is the audio test for the SJ Cam with the case on. This is the audio test for the GoPro Hero 4 with the case. This is the audio test for the Yi Action Camera with the case. Okay, right here it's about 4 feet deep. You can tell, well, I could tell, there's a pretty swift current. So, should be a realistic test. And, you know, the water's not perfect. We're not in the ocean. It's too messy out there. But it seems pretty typical for most coastal waters here in America, in North America at least. Lakes, etc. It's fairly clear. It's not crystal clear. It's not Bahamas clear. Right?
Right.
Or so we're told. Okay, so this wasn't a perfect test by any means. There's nothing perfect about it, but it's real, and it's actually how we will use these cameras. And from the footage that I've recently downloaded, looked at, and reviewed, I think these two guys are my favorite. The Sony Action Cam and the SJ Cam. This one, because, listen to this, right here on B&H, $67.94 with the waterproof case. It has the screen, the footage looked good, it looked nice and sharp, the color was a little bit off, but there are adjustments that can be made in here that work for color. So I think for so cheap, it's awesome. Oh, also there's another company called 6 Mega that sells this camera with every single, I'm talking every single chest camera, floaty thing, mounts of all sizes, suction cup, 120 bucks. So for 120 bucks, you can have a pretty sweet action camera. It's definitely much better than the Yi, I believe, because the Yi is so basic. There's only 2 buttons. There's very little settings you can change. So that's why this one's gone.
And the footage didn't look as good.
Yeah, well, yeah. But as you saw yourself in the video, the GoPro Hero 4, I think, has a ton of settings, like probably more settings than any other camera. It's like the leader, but I don't like it as much as the Action Cam, because the Action Cam has the stabilization. The footage, I feel like, from the Action Cam was a little sharper, a little more clear, just
a little more depth.
Yeah, overall it just had more depth. It was, I don't know, just a better image quality, and the stabilization can't be beat. So I think when it comes down to it, we'll have this camera for kind of our backup, running secondary camera, whatever. And then we're gonna hold our fingers crossed that the new Action Cam comes out before we leave for the Bahamas, because that one will be even better than this. And I guess that's a wrap. That's a wrap.
And where can everybody see even more details?
Oh, yes, thank you, Nikki. You can see a lot more information on our website, and in the subjects box below, I will include a few links and just all that stuff that you want to know.
Yes. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up.
Oh man, did I bomb that or what? Oh, hey, remember how I sent that sticker? This right there? Yeah, can you see it? Mm-hmm. Look what it did. I'm bleeding. Get me to the horse pillow.
It's a gusher.
Oh man, nature's intense around here. Okay, let's get that camera set up.